You really gotta hand it to Google for pulling some amazing photography out of real old hardware with previous Pixels, but wasn't that the same mistake that LG did before they went kaput? Because yes, it looks like Google is finally ready to give us some camera upgrades with the Pixel 6 series, or so we hope. Now, you gotta hand it to Jon Prosser as well for stealing Google's Wear OS thunder with some crazy leaks for the Apple Watch Series 7. And speaking of that, we read your comments. If you have a Galaxy Watch and you're waiting on that new Wear OS update, you might be out of luck. I'm Jaime Rivera, and listen, fine. To all of you defenders of Diego's puns, I agree. Yesterday's was a good one, he just gets a bit too carried away sometimes. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals, which yes, you can skip in the links. I mean, hey, I'm just making it easier for the three of you that complain. What, just two? Fine. Okay, starting with Cupertino and the Apple Watch, which yes, we'll be talking about soon, so do keep that in mind. Amazon currently has the Series 6 for $70 off, leaving the GPS 40mm model for $330. They also have the bands for $10 off, leaving them at $40 each. I know, stupid expensive compared to the third parties you can get on Amazon. Now, moving on to B&H for a quick second, they currently have the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 in a platinum bundle for $230, meaning you can get the Intel Core i5 variant with the keyboard cover for $800, which makes the MacBook Air a little more enticing, but anyways. But moving on to Samsung for a quick second, yes, they are still running some crazy trade-in deals. If you're planning on switching phones, you can get the Galaxy S21 5G for $100, the S21 Plus for $300, and then the Ultra for $500, but you need an eligible device for trade-in. Finally, you can currently also get the OnePlus 8 for $200 off, leaving the base model for $499, and then we've got some more deals for Samsung products, OnePlus products, and more in the description. But alright, we're not done with Google News, or things to consider about that Android 12 beta for that matter. I do hope you proceeded with caution because OnePlus published and then pulled the beta because of brick devices. Anyways, as for discoveries, there are a ton of stories developing on updates that didn't get mentioned at the keynote because they can't cover everything. Like for example, the guys over at 9to5 Google just found 4 different model numbers for Google phones that are set to release in 2021. Of course, this includes the Pixel 6 family, which is 2 phones, the Pixel 5a 5G, which apparently is another phone, and then we've got a Foldable, which has been leaked before, which is codenamed Passport. Now, according to this report, we could expect the Pixel 5a around half point in the year, with the Pixel 6 and the Foldable probably launching during the fall. And of course, this isn't confirmation that they'll be coming together, but it is a hint that the thing actually exists. Now, on a side note, Samsung Display will reportedly ship up to 1 million foldable OLED panels this year, with one of the companies receiving these orders being Google. Let's see what we get. I mean, it's only a matter of time, and by now we should probably be expecting a full review on that foldable on the internet, because that's the way Google rolls, it seems. I mean, let's keep the spotlight on Google, sort of. I mean, yesterday at the keynote, they announced how they'll be joining forces with Samsung to make Wear OS better, and now we get to hear what Samsung has to say, because I know a lot of people got concerned about that. First off, their mobile division, quote, tweeted Google to say that they're excited for what they're building together, and they're also assuring that your existing Galaxy Watch running Tizen will continue to receive software updates and official support for a while. 3 years from the launch date of each model. Now, I guess this kind of confirms that if you have a current Tizen-based Galaxy Watch, you won't be getting the Tizen Wear OS merger update, which is one of the concerns I mentioned yesterday. I don't know if that will be the case for Wear OS watches, but I feel that if you have a brand new Galaxy Watch 3, you should be able to get the update unless there's some key pieces of the hardware missing here. We'll see if this is the same case for Wear OS watches, as it's not looking too good right now for any existing customers to be willing to shell more money for an unproven product updates, I mean, were really crucial for anyone to buy into this new platform. It wasn't about making money right now, it was to get people to believe in the product and then upgrade. But anyways, let's stick to wearables for another segment, but move the spotlight onto the company that gets them right the most. I mean, they're not perfect, but Apple got the formula right since Series 3. We've heard multiple reports from sources like Meishi Kuo that claim that we could finally expect an Apple Watch redesign in 2021, and it looks like that will be the case. We have some new renders from none other than Jon Prosser and renders by Ian, which were apparently made based on pictures and CAD renders for this Apple Watch. Now, Prosser disclaimed that he's not entirely sure if this is Apple Watch Series 7, but if Kuo is right that the refresh should happen this year, then this could be it. From the renders, we can now see a flat design that kind of goes along with the iPhone 12 series, and they're also experimenting with a new color variant or color variants along with the new iPad Airs and iMacs. Prosser mentions that the display will most likely stay the same, even if there are some prototypes with smaller bezels. He also mentions that he didn't get a spec sheet, so he didn't provide any details on features or sensors, so for those of you asking, this is strictly just a design leak. Hopefully we will get more information soon, because Prosser, seriously, dude, you can't be stopped, man. That's awesome. But alright, finally, for the hottest news today, let's go back to Google and talk about the Pixel 6, because you know that once these leaks hit the fan, I mean, they just can't stop. Last week we got those renders from Prosser where we found out about the two variants and the design. Now we have a couple of leaks concerning the camera, one from a sketchy source, but then one from a good source that pretty much cancels that problem out. Starting with the good source, a few days ago Max Weinbach was having a back and forth with some guys on Twitter where one of them asked if we're finally getting a new camera sensor on the Pixels, and to where Max simply answered yes. Now that we've got that out of the way, the other source claims that the Pixel 6 Pro PVT units now have a new large Sony sensor that could be 50 megapixels. Apparently, it could come paired with an 8 megapixel periscopic lens with 5x optical zoom, and then a wide angle and a color correction sensor. Finally, he mentions that these optics seem to be final for now, and that mass production is planned for late August. So, hey, that September 30th date doesn't sound too bad now, huh? Again, we're not too sure about the source, so let's take these with a grain of salt, but let us know in today's question, I mean, what do you think about this possible Pixel 6 camera upgrade? Because for me, it's something that I'd call okay. I mean, Google, welcome to 2018. You've been really late, but I'm happy you're here. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And follow me on my personal handles to see me fine, except when puns are good. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.